Superheroes, a new historical series hosted by me, Dumisani Washington. We will explore the powerful and often overlooked contributions of Black historical figures. Each episode will focus on a different figure, from the days of King Solomon hosting the Queen of Sheba to modern times, highlighting their achievements and the challenges they faced. Whether it's Harriet Tubman leading enslaved people to freedom on the Underground Railroad, or Martin Luther King Jr. fighting for civil rights in the 1960s, Superheroes will showcase the incredible strength and resilience of Black people throughout history. Through the lens of these superheroes, we will reveal the ways in which these men and women triumphed against the odds time and time again, and delve into how that inspired the spirit that still continues today. Our forebears did not triumph over all they faced, defying impossible odds for us to stand here and call ourselves victims. We descended from superheroes. Dr. Carter Woodson, author of The Miseducation of the Negro, explained what happens when a person is not truly educated, but rather programmed to think and be exploited. If you can control a man's thinking, you don't have to worry about his action. When you determine what a man shall think, you do not have to concern yourself about what he will do. If you make a man feel inferior, you do not have to compel him to accept an inferior status, for he will seek it himself. If you make a man think that he is justly an outcast, you do not have to order him to the back door. He will go without being told. And if there is no back door, his very nature will demand one. Among the countless examples of the miseducation that would cause a Black child to choose an inferior status is the oft-abused topic of Tulsa's Black Wall Street. Generally speaking, Black young men and women know one of two things about the historic Greenwood district of Tulsa, Oklahoma. They know either 1, nothing, or 2, that white racists destroyed it in 1921. Tulsa's Black Wall Street, from the name Negro Wall Street given by Booker T. Washington, was one of many Black communities throughout Oklahoma and various parts of the nation. It was an economic powerhouse established wholly by Black families, business leaders, and entrepreneurs less than 50 years after slavery ended. According to Black Wall Street's official website, the Greenwood district was home to dozens of prominent African-American businessmen. Greenwood boasted of a variety of thriving businesses that were very successful up until the events known as the 1921 Tulsa Race Riot. In fact, the district was so successful that a dollar would stay within the district an estimated 19 months before being spent elsewhere. Not only did Black Americans want to contribute to the success of their own shops, but there were also racial segregation laws that prevented them from shopping anywhere other than Greenwood. Following the events known as the 1921 Tulsa Race Riot, the area was rebuilt and thrived, with more than 100 more African-American businesses in place than were there before the riot itself, until the 1960s, when desegregation allowed Blacks to shop in areas from which they were previously restricted. After the devastation visited on the Greenwood district, the residents also fought a 2-year legal battle in which the state of Oklahoma attempted to take their land under the guise of public safety. Oklahoma County declared that all buildings must be built according to new fire codes, increasing the rebuilding costs beyond the residents' reach. You should know that the local paper was writing gleefully about what they were going to do with the land once they stole it from the Black residents. Represented by Black Wall Street attorneys B.C. Franklin along with I.H. Spears, the residents fought the measure all the way to the state Supreme Court and won. In barely 2 years after the 1921 massacre, every house and structure was rebuilt. By the 3rd year, there were even more families and businesses. The era of Black Wall Street lasted from the 1910s until the 1960s, a victim of several factors, including, ironically, integration. There is film footage of Tulsa's Black Wall Street and other thriving Black communities of the early 20th century recorded by Baptist minister Reverend Solomon Sir Jones. By typing Black Wall Street or Greenwood District in an internet video search, one can view Black families, fathers, mothers, children, beautiful houses, expensive cars, factories, stores, and their owners, oil barons, teachers, ministers. Faith in God was preeminent, World War I veterans, police officers, thriving, successful, happy people. It is crucial to know the whole story of Tulsa's Greenwood District, like it is crucial to learn authentic history. Knowing that white racists destroyed it, killing an untold number of innocent black men, women, and children is heart-wrenching. It's the stuff that fuels hatred and a desire for revenge. Knowing that the residents rebuilt Greenwood and made it more prosperous than ever and thrived until the 1960s infuses one with great pride. It speaks to the greatness of a people who, after centuries of slavery and while facing Jim Crow segregation and violence, accomplished the impossible twice. By twice, they built it shortly after the First World War. It was destroyed, and they built it again better than ever. Taught manipulatively, the story of Tulsa's Black Wall Street is yet another example of white hatred and black helplessness in America. Taught honestly, the story of Tulsa's Black Wall Street is a powerful, albeit painful saga of resilience and strength.